lovies, Teacher Ash here. If you're confused about which way to go to whether you want to do the kickoff part or the Mach 2, stay tuned. So I see a lot of teachers on the Facebook group talking about not a lot of older teachers, a lot of new teachers. And I just want to help the new ones because I see they have a lot of questions about a lot of things. And I remember having a lot of questions. So, one in particular is going through, they passed through Mach 1, and VIP Kid is giving them two options to do if they don't quite pass through the Mach 1, which is to do the kickoff portion or to do Mach 2. So I just wanted to go through each of them, the pros and the cons, and you can decide whichever one is best for you. And I'll give you my opinions about both of them. Okay? So I'm just going to give my overall experience with VIP Kid, and then I'm just going to jump right in. So when I first started with VIP Kid, when I first tried out, which is about 2 years ago, I did not pass. And the only reason why I didn't pass was because honestly, I didn't put enough energy into it. It just looked a little kiddish to me. I was like, oh, this looks, I don't know what this is. So I was just kind of just doing it for fun. And long story short, of course, if you don't put a lot of energy in something, what happens? You fail. So I failed the first time. So, about 2 years later, I said, all right, I'm going to give it another chance. So, hence, 2 years later, I gave it another chance. I said, okay, this time I'm actually going to take it serious this time. I'm actually going to Ashleyize it, and actually put energy and effort into it. So, I went through my application process. I went through and I made it to my interview process. Now, with the interview process, they gave me two different options. They gave me one where I can record my interview and one where I can have a person on the other side of the screen and they will be my student, basically. The first time when I tried, the one where I failed, I actually I did the, face to face where I had someone else with me because I just honestly didn't know. And long story short, I was like, okay, you know what? Since that didn't work out for me too well, I'm just going to go ahead and do the second option, which is to record my interview. So I got up one morning, 5 o'clock in the morning, did my recording. I had fun. I was loud. It was early in the morning. Surprisingly, because I'm a teacher, it was really easy for me to get up. So I didn't mind it at all. So I just did my little interview and I went from there. About, I would say a day later, I got an email saying that I passed and they would allow me to do Mach 1. So I was like, woo, 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 woo. I was so excited, you guys. I was so excited. I got the PowerPoint. I said, oh, I really got to pass. So I put a lot of effort into it. I made like props. I made so many different things. Like most of the stuff that you see here is stuff that I made from my Mach 1. Like I'm going to go up a little bit. But like these flags I made from my Mach 1. I was so excited, you guys. I was like, I got to pass because it was just, I don't know. I was like, I got to pass. But anyway, my Mach 1, when that day came where I did my Mach 1, I was so nervous. I was so nervous. I don't even know why I was so nervous because I had prepared so well. But when you're in the moment, that adrenaline starts pumping and then you start getting a little nervous about it. But went through, this is a bad thing, you guys. I did not get through either one of my PowerPoints, guys. Did not. And a lot of it came from the way I was teaching, the teacher, she was kind of repeating everything that I said. And I was a little nervous about that because I was like, why is she doing this to me? But then later, when she gave me the feedback, she explained why, and I was like, oh, okay, that makes sense. So as I'm saying, oh, okay, that makes sense, I'm like, oh crap, I failed. So I was like, oh no, I failed. So after I got off the Mach 1, I was kind of like, oh man, I failed. I didn't get through it. But she's really liked me. Like she was laughing at my jokes. She was laughing at my silliness. Like um I caught like her mistakes and things of that nature. So it went really well. So I had and it was just an uneasy feeling about it. So I would say probably within 3 or 4 hours, I got another email saying that I passed the Mach 1. And I had like my feedback, and I had a rubric from the teacher herself, stating everything that we discussed, and the good things that I did and the things I need to work on. And my score was 40 out of 50. So then the email said that my next step could be two options. So it was either to do a kickoff portion or to do a Mach 2. So at first I was like, okay, I don't know which one to do. I was kind of confused. So I went through both of the steps and I said, okay, well, what is Mach 1? What is Mach 2? And what is the kickoff? So I'm going to discuss that with you right now. The first thing we're going to discuss is Mach 2. So with Mach 2, basically you get another PowerPoint and another platform in PowerPoint to teach to another mentor teacher. And once you teach it, you basically are still in the interview process. And, with this, you can fail, if that makes sense. And I've seen a lot of videos about students and people who have failed the Mach 2, passed Mach 1, but failed Mach 2. But I'm going to go through the pros of doing Mach 2. So the pros of doing Mach 2, one, when you finish, if you pass, you will basically be a teacher of VIP Kid. You can automatically get certified for different levels to teach. You're basically in there, girl or guy. You're basically in there. The second thing is that you get more practice on actually getting through the through PowerPoint. You get to make more props, things of that nature. Now, these are my cons that I've seen and that I know are true. Now, notice that I said if you pass. If you fail, you have to do the whole process over again. And I mean from beginning. I'm talking about application, talking about Mach 1. You got to start everything over if you fail. Not saying that you will fail because I have faith, but it is definitely an option. It's definitely something that can happen and I've seen it happen. That's one option. The second one is you're not getting paid to do this Mach 2. So basically you're preparing and you're doing things of that nature to do this Mach 2, and you're not getting paid for it. It's just like another part of the interview. And those are the only two cons that I see of doing it. It's not bad, but I mean, it is a risk involved with it. So I just wanted to express that to you. A lot of people don't know that there is a risk to doing that. Now, I'm going to discuss with you the option that I chose, which was the kickoff. Now, with the kickoff, what that is, basically, it is like a 3 hour or 2 to 3 hour, I can't remember, 2 to 3 hour platform or workshop that you do, and you're basically getting the basics of VIP Kid. So you get through not profiles. Yeah, profiles. I'm right. Profiles, trials, the actual booking platform, how to do it, how to check the 24-hour box, basically like a an orientation, which is really good. I mean, either way, even if you do Mach 2, you would go through that too. But basically, with the kickoff, it's kind of like you're already in there, if that makes sense. You just go to this workshop and you have to sit through this workshop. Once you're finished with the workshop, you do a quiz. And of course, you pass the quiz because it's easy. And then you, once you get your email, you're basically certified to only do trials. And trials are basically where you are placing the VIP Kid student. They have never had a class before in VIP Kid, and VIP Kid gives the Chinese community three times to do trials for free. So it's for free. But when you do the trials, you get paid for them. You get paid as a teacher because it's your job. And you know, it's just, it's a good option. You have to do 5 of them though, and they all have to have feedback to them. Now, I'm getting the pros to doing the kickoff. My pros, I thoroughly enjoyed my kickoff meeting. It was a lot of fun. The teacher himself, he was really engaging. His name is Justin B. Shout out to Justin B. But he was really engaging. He answered all the questions that we had. It wasn't like it was a lot thrown at us, but it wasn't like we were just lost. Like, what is he talking about? We weren't like that. It was still engaging, so we got a lot from it. And we just did the workshop and things of that nature. Once you were finished with that, you did the quiz, which was not hard, and then you get certified to teach trials. Now, the good thing about that is that once you finish this kickoff, it's not a pass or fail. It's like you do the kickoff and then the quiz, which is not hard, and then you're in there. You know what I mean? You're a teacher. You're just coming in on that probationary. I don't want to say probationary because it sounds really bad, but it kind of is a probationary where you only can do 5 trials. There's nothing wrong with that because I like trials. You get to learn how to get through PowerPoints. You work, it's basically like practicum, if that makes sense. You're learning how to teach in this online platform. And I like that because you're not just thrown into master classes and you're kind of confused. It's kind of like training, but you're getting paid for it. So that's the way I like to look at it. And honestly, with the trials, I like trials, period, because you can make a lot of money from them and the students are really good and you deal with the same trial levels the same trial levels. You have the same PowerPoints for trials. So it's not like it's the different stuff. You just go over all the trial PowerPoints and you'll be good, you know? So these are the cons. Now, notice that I said that I had been in VIP Kid for 17 days now. And I've already had my first ever trial, which was I think Monday. Um, the kid, sorry, y'all, my leg is hurting. The student didn't show up. So it was like 5 o'clock in the morning. He didn't show up. My second one, he showed up, and I went through that one. My third one, which was tonight at 9 o'clock, he showed up too. So right now, as of right now, VIP Kid has me in the system of doing only one class. And the only reason why is that they update their system at 12 a.m. our time. I'm in Eastern Standard. So they update it is based on Beijing time, and I'm in Eastern Standard, which is 12 hours, 13 hours away. So right now it's 11:06 p.m. Right now in Beijing, it's actually 11 probably 12 p.m. in Beijing, if I have that right. I believe that's right. But Um, I I really like doing trials. I don't mind them. The only thing is that right now I haven't gotten a lot of classes. Like I haven't gotten booked. Now I'm starting to get booked, but like I went through the whole day on Wednesday stressing because I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm ready to get booked. Where's my booking? And I got booked. So that's the only thing with doing just trials. You're only doing just trials. So, you know, you kind of go off the trials and when they come. And if the student doesn't show, then you don't get a trial. Yes, you get paid, but you don't get feedback. You don't get to get that experience and things of that nature. And and if the parent doesn't leave feedback, then you don't get that feedback for those 5 trials. You still get paid, but you can potentially be doing trials for a minute. So, long story short, I picked the kickoff. Now that I have went through it, I've been 17 days in. That's the one that I went with. Now that I've been in this for 17 days now, I don't regret doing the kickoff. I If I had the option to do it again, I would pick kickoff again. Not saying that I'm against mocks or anything, but I mean, you're still getting paid. You're getting paid for these classes, you're getting the experience, so why not just do the kickoff and you get experience, you get the professional development so that when it's time for you to get those master classes, you'll be ready to go, girl or guy. So that's my opinion. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, feel free to leave them below. I will definitely leave feedback and I will definitely get back to you. It hits straight to my phone when you all leave messages for me. So it was nice leaving this video with you all. If you are interested in doing VIP Kid and you need someone to guide you along the way and you just have so many questions but you don't know what to ask, feel free to hit my referral link below. I have all that information for you, and subscribe to my channel. I try to post up as many videos as I can, and I'm kind of I do it pretty often right now. So um as always, peace, love, and hair grease. Bye, guys.